Here it is. I have an alpha curl. I got a Superman curl situation. All right, so here it is. It is day 30. And so day 30, there's a couple of things that I want to go over. So I did weigh in. My final weight was 333. So yay. That was only 4 pounds higher than that 329 that I had gotten, that I was so stoked about a couple of weeks ago. So I just kept going, and I was just like, I don't know what happened or why that weight situation happened, but I'm just gonna trust that if this is so bright. And it's bright because the streets are wet, and so the sun is just shining right off the street. So it's like a bright beam of freaking light. Oof. I'm glad I'm not traveling eastbound the entire way. I'm glad there's going to be some other directions, because I am not able to see very well. Oof. Ugh. Sunglasses. Jeez, it's bright. I can't even see my face. It's so bright. And you can't see me either. Okay. Oh, these are some oldies but goodies. I haven't worn my 2 Chainz glasses in a while. I call them 2 Chainz glasses because I saw 2 Chainz have a pair of glasses on that were similar to these in Most Expensivest, his web series that he does. And I was just like, oh my god, those look like 2 Chainz glasses. So I'm gonna do this and then do that. That's pretty bad. I'll just have a nice little sun spurt. Okay, so that was the good thing. I'm also 5 inches around, down 5 inches around. So my phone is telling me it only has 15% power, so I'm gonna make this shorter than I anticipated at first. So after doing this for 30 days, I've noticed a couple of things on my body, and some results that I've read and some results that I've seen, just kind of all around. And I will start with saying I won't do it again. And here's why. It's because of the results. I will say I feel the best just that I've felt pretty much ever. I feel amazing. I feel like I can just breathe. I feel like my urine doesn't smell as bad. Yeah, I'm gonna get real personal. I feel like intimacy is better. I feel like I have mental clarity. I feel like I never got tiger blood. I never got that. I never got the whole, I can lift a car. I never got that. And I kept waiting for it. I was so excited. Never got it. It never came for me. So, so I just feel like it has made me internally feel amazing. And for that reason, I won't do the whole 30 again, where I'm just like, for 30 days, I'm not going to have this, and that. I've learned the lesson that if I feel this good for these 30 days, I can feel this good for the whole rest of my life by choosing the rest of my life to monitor and be consistent and not overeat and overindulge in sugar and pasta and rice, and they don't have to be a part of my daily staple. I can just eat fresh meat and vegetables, fruit in moderation because it still has sugar. And if I want something that is indulgent, then I have to work for it in the gym. I got to work out that indulgence. I can't just have it and then go to sleep. There has to be an in and out. And I know that sounds foolish, like people should just know that, but I don't just know that. I don't just know that. Or I did know it and it never really clicked in my brain. I'll say that. And it didn't really click. So The weight, the 15 pounds is really great. It really is. It's really great. I'm very excited about it. Really, it's 17 because I started at 350, and then I weighed in at 333. So I'll take it. You know, I'll take that 17 pounds. That's really great. Do I want that 4 pounds? Yes. I wanted it all gone, but you know, I consistently kept eating the same way and I kept exercising. So, you know, I was just like, I can do this. This is the first time in my life I'm mature enough to say I can do this and do it. If that makes any sense. Because I've never been this mature before to be able to be dedicated and consistent. And there were so many moments where I wanted to eat bread, eat sugar, you know, like consume sugar, consume, you know, dairy, especially cheese. And I said, and I kept saying to myself, Sarah, nobody's putting this restriction on you but you. So you're the one that you have to be accountable to if you screw this up. You're the one that is going to feel awful because you couldn't even do this for 30 days. You're stronger than this. You are stronger than this. You can do this for 30 days. So I kept that in mind, and I kept thinking how much I wanted this for myself, how much I wanted to prove to myself that I'm strong enough to do it. And that's the reason that I did not cheat. I didn't have bread that whole time. I didn't have any cheese. If I tasted something that I really didn't know what it was and I tasted cheese in it, or I was just like, I can smell that has cheese in it, I didn't do it. Now, did I have slip-ups? Probably. There were probably things that I had that had something in it that was off diet that I didn't know about. It was just my ignorance, and I was just like, I tried to read labels as much as I can. I tried to do, you know, everything diligently, but I know there had to have been times when it was just like, you know, you can't control someone not, you know, cooking this in peanut oil, or, you know, you going out to eat and you can't trust the salad dressing doesn't have sugar, you know what I mean? So I have to say, my results, I'm very proud of my results. I'll never, ever downplay my results. But what surprised me is with reading the book, and also some of the other people's results who I did it with, the first time they did it, they lost probably about the same thing, maybe about 15 pounds, which is extraordinary. That's amazing, especially if you think about how you feel inside more than you focus on the scale. I know my waist feels amazing. I have on a bodysuit, and Bob and Larry, my rolls barely show. I'll take that. I'll take that all day, every day. I'll take that all day, every day. So a mix between the working out, limiting my sugar and limiting my carbs, and, you know, has produced that result. Yes. What frustrates me is when I hear other people, and also I read in the book, and also I watched a bunch of videos of people who had done the Whole30, and the second round, this is why I won't do it again. The second go round they did it, they only lost like 7 pounds, which 7 pounds off your body is great. It's amazing. That's about the average of what you should lose if you're in the mode for weight loss, is 2 pounds. Your goal is 2 pounds a week. Like, whenever I did my FitnessPal, the max that your goal you would set for my FitnessPal was, I want to lose 2 pounds a week. That's the most they would let you do. And then they would adjust your calories per that goal. 2 pounds a week is amazing. So it makes it, and these are people who were just doing the Whole30 and not working out as well. So it makes me think, like, if they had have just watched their diet and lowered their intake and worked out, would they have lost more weight? Would their results be different? Now, I'm realistic. I haven't had a doctor just diagnose and tell me this, but I know my body. Basically, my sweet, lovely, chubby little body will not move the scale unless I move my tush. If I don't move my tush, that scale's not going nowhere. I can do everything right. I can pray the fat away. I can sit on my head. I can have a liquid diet. I can do everything. And that weight's not going anywhere because the liquid diet, I went on a full liquid diet right before the weight loss surgery. I think, yeah, it was 5 days before I had to have the bariatric surgery. And honey, that weight didn't go anywhere. I think I lost 10 pounds at the most. And that's me on a liquid diet. And that's not me just drinking pure fat at every meal. I'm not drinking pure fat. Like, let me just drink some bovine fat. And you know what I mean? Like bland, nasty, terrible things and protein shakes. That's all I had. That's all I had. The Premier protein shakes, which I miss. Oh, I never thought I would miss a Premier protein shake. Like right now, I'm after my workout. I miss drinking a Premier protein shake while I'm driving home, and that is my post-workout snack. And then in 2 hours, I'm like, what are we going to eat for dinner? Because I'm actually hungry at that time. And sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm not really hungry. So I'll cook you something, but I'm not hungry. Or I'll eat vegetables because I'm like, I'm not really hungry, you know. But I'm sorry. Some people are just like that. My niece is one of them. She had the bariatric surgery as well. When she didn't work out at all and she's also 12 years younger than me. So let's start there. I'm 38. So I have a slow metabolism, and my body is just geared to have a slow metabolism because I've just always had it my whole life, because I've always been athletic my whole life, but I've always had weight my whole life. I've always been the girl out there with the boys playing volleyball. I did flag team. I did adult kickball league. I did adult volleyball. Like, I participate in every corporate challenge, and I'm always doing bowling, volleyball, kickball. I do the 1 mile walk. Like, I am active, but my metabolism is just like, nope, not going to get this weight off. So I am realistically a body who has to have a tag team combo to get this weight off. I can't just eat right. I can't just work out. It has to be all in one. So that's the reason that for me, doing the whole 30 again, unless I am at the point where my doctor's just like, your numbers are horrible and you're going to die, and you can't have anything but a liquid diet for 6 months, or you know what I mean? And no sugar or whatever. I just don't see the point in doing that again. Here's why. Because I'm not going to go back and eat the way I ate before. I've seen such success. I feel amazing. I don't want to go back to that lethargic, depressed, sad person that I was before I started this journey. I was weak-minded. I was weak physically. I wasn't the woman that I am because I took the time to invest in myself and come down hard on myself. I did. I came down hard. I had to. It was some of the toughest time of my life this past month, at work, and just trying to work myself through these emotions and what I was feeling so that I can be strong. And I didn't have a choice. I had to be strong, and I had to tell myself no. For the longest I can remember, I've never told myself no for anything that I want, because I feel like I've had such a tough life. I deserve it. I feel like I've got no's everywhere else, so I'm not going to be the person that tells myself I can't have cake. Why would I do that to myself? That's not fair. I haven't had a fair life, so give myself the cake. You can have, girl, have the cake. Girl, go eat that chicken. You know what? If you want to eat a full medium pizza, thin crust, go ahead. You've had a tough life where there have been no's everywhere when you just are trying to have a yes. So go ahead. And that was part of the destruction of myself. I didn't deny myself anything. I didn't have self-discipline. It was the one thing that I always struggled with. And that's why for me, it was so important to do it and keep it up. Even if it was so hard that sometimes I did. I cried. I couldn't understand, why I couldn't just do whatever I wanted to do. And some days I was just angry because I couldn't do whatever I wanted to do. I eat a bunch of crap that really isn't going to add anything to my life because it tastes good for a moment. But it clogs my it's death to me. Am I gonna have the Kansas City's coming out. Am I gonna have Doritos again? Yeah. Am I gonna eat a whole bag of Doritos with nacho cheese? No. Because that's what I used to do. I used to eat a whole family size bag of Doritos with Rotel. And you wonder why you're so big. You know what I mean? You just, you question it, and then you go back and then you do something like this and you start to question all the stuff that you have and why you eat it. Like all the sodium, especially the sodium. The sodium, I feel amazing. I feel the best inside that I felt in a long time. All my numbers were all green, except for one or two things. Why would I go back to that? Why would I go back to that? That's why I was just like, I don't want to do this a second time, because I don't want to go back to how I was before. Doing it a second time means I went back and started that same way of thinking and way of eating and being weak again. And I am too strong to be that weak again for myself. I feel like it might not be this year, it might not be next year, and yeah, I might be 40 before I can have a sweet little baby of my own with my husband, but it's possible now, where it wasn't before. It realistically wasn't even an option. My body was too broken. That's why I had to have bariatric surgery in the first place. I lacked the strength because I kept telling myself, I never told myself no. So I lacked the tenacity to do it on my own. And then after the surgery, I felt like I didn't really learn the lesson. And so I kept sliding back into the same patterns. And like I couldn't eat how I ate before, but like as much as I ate before, but I ate the same way, just smaller portions. And then I would get frustrated because the scale wouldn't change. Girl, if you're gonna eat Ho-Hos every day, just because you can't eat the whole package, and you're just eating half of the package, but you're still having them every day, guess what? Nothing's changed. You're not changed. Nothing's different. So I'm very, very excited for this journey. I'm excited for the strength of me saying no to myself and trusting that I am stronger mentally now, and I'm stronger physically, that I survived this and I can literally do anything if I just take it one day at a time. And there were a couple of days that I had to remember that. And this time, don't get me wrong, it flew by. Like this month it went by so fast. But I kept thinking, it's just one meal at a time. You're just making one choice at a time. Just one choice at a time. And it helped me to keep going and say, Sarah, it's just one thing. You know, you're literally not gonna die if you can't have mac and cheese. You're literally not gonna die if you can't eat a slice of pizza. You literally are not gonna die if you can't have the Chinese food. The other thing that it really helped me to do is be creative with what I could have. When I made those Mexican boats, I like to call them Mexican boats. It was lean ground beef with taco seasoning that had no sugar and no MSG, which was very hard to find, inexpensive. I can make my own mix next time, which I will do. On top of lettuce with guacamole, fresh made guacamole. Honey, those were so good. They were so amazing. They're so fantastic. I was like, I did that. I was creative in all the things that I did. I did that. I made a cream sauce from almond milk with just almond milk and ghee. That's it. And it was fantastic. My husband ate it up. Ate it all up. I was just like, did you leave anything for me in there? Nope. Ate it all up because it was just that good. I can do just about anything I put my mind to. And it's sad because my mom, she instilled that in me. But, you know, with her being gone these 4 years, I had to depend on myself. I had to go through this to figure it out for myself. So I'm excited. I really am. I am really excited. I think this was something I needed. It might not be for everybody, but it was such a good thing for me. I needed this so much. I'm really, really excited about my future with the whole rest of my life. So I appreciate everything I learned during this journey. I appreciate it. I appreciate every ounce of well wishes and strength. And I'm gonna cut this video because I don't have anything else left to say.